It's time for another wrestling podcast.
All right. Are you fucking kidding me?
Guys, I got blocked again on Twitter.
I'm your mark of marks.
That's the most reliable source on the interwebs.
The social assassin at your disposal, bitches.
Alright, well, guess what?
What?
I'm putting you on pause. I was just about to go take my pre-piss. Yeah.
Pre-piss. The pre-piss. Do you pre-piss a lot for everything?
What did you do when I'm not around?
Finally, I got rid of this guy.
What was that?
Carry on. Take your pre-piss.
Fuck you.
The pre-piss. Mike, so what do you pre-piss for? Anything? Everything?
So anytime I have to sit through WrestleMania,
The pre-piss.
you have to pre-piss, yes.
Did you go to WrestleMania 29?
No, I didn't, actually.
So I went there, and it's my first WrestleMania. I'd never gone to a WrestleMania. I've never gone to any of the big four, actually. I've just been to I've been to an in-your-house DX pay-per-view, some Raws, some SmackDowns, but not a big pay-per-view. So it was my first one, and I pre-pissed, and I sat the entire fucking time. Like, I did not want to get up. I didn't want to get something to drink. I wanted to soak it in, man. I was like, I want to see it from the beginning to end. It's WrestleMania. I paid for this. I want to enjoy my money right now. So I sat 8 hours or whatever. I sat the pre-show, the full show. I watched it all.
Christ,
I held it.
it's long. Yeah, I've been to every single big four. The only WrestleMania I've ever been to was WrestleMania 20.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was just getting out of high school.
Wow.
Literally, I remember that shit. That was when you had to go to the actual Ticketmaster location to buy the tickets.
The actual building? What is this? Biblical
no, it was in,
times?
That was when Ticketmaster was in Filene's.
Oh my god. Yes! That Ticketmaster.
And then, I remember having to get there early, me and my buddy Dave, and we got there, tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. We got there at 7:30, and there was a line of 20 people already, and then they finally let us in, and then instead of, this is the most bizarre way they did this. I figured they would just do it in the order that you got there.
Yeah.
No, they did a random selection. Everybody picked a fucking raffle number, and then when they called your number, that's when you went up and got your tickets. And we were so lucky, we were the first number called.
Wow.
And then I felt bad for these two guys. They were there from the night before, and they didn't.
Oh my god.
Oh, that sucks.
They were trying to find tickets where they could sit, even if they didn't sit together.
Wow.
They sat in different areas. They couldn't find shit.
That had to be the longest piss ever.
I had to take a shit too, bro. Whatever.
Ooh. A double
One push.
P and an S.
Exactly.
PS.
One push, one shot, one kill. What's the deal?
Wow. We were talking about pre-pissing, what we had pre-piss too. That was good. We had some pre-piss chat.
Yo, let me ask you this. How did we get in so much trouble this week? Well, apparently, we said some things last week that were a little, I don't know, controversial.
Did we?
How was that any different than any other week?
What did we say?
What did we say?
The whole Roman Reigns, maybe it's a work thing. I don't know.
Who said it was controversial?
Listen, we do get some occasional hate mail.
Do we really?
Yeah, oh yeah. You didn't even know this? See, this is what happens when you don't log into our social media accounts. Hold on, you're slipping.
Dusting off the old password 12345. I have passwords like that at work. There's too many passwords, man. Password for fucking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your email, fucking anything. It's we gotta get rid of the passwords where it's just, letters and numbers. We just need a thumbprint or, not on your phones, but, computers, when you're sitting on a computer. Whatever. I'm just sick of the hiding passwords. Because I was going to say iPhone has the little thumb thing, and then you have the face thing with the newest stuff, but I don't know. There's too many passwords for every fucking thing.
Yeah, but then you gotta go sit there and you actually have to know your password. But then you can change it over to your thumbprint or your face thing.
But then it's
you change... Oh, look, Facebook saw my face. It's me.
But sometimes you change your password too many times, and then nowadays I feel like everybody has that your one password for everything. And at a time, but when these things started stacking up, you'd have to do another password for this thing that was all new and exciting. Then now you have to log into this with your password. Now your Facebook, and there was a time there was like 20 different passwords, and I think I try to. So if you know my one password, you can take down my life.
So what you're saying is you've condensed all your passwords to like one.
It's like because I'm sick and tired of trying to remember what's the password for your bank, what's the password for this, I'm like fucking universal passwords. Anyway.
I've broken it down to categories. So it's like I have
my life
password for all my emails. I have a password that's separate for social media. Passwords for all like my movie sites. Because you used to have like Voodoo, and then there was Ultraviolet, and now that's like gone, and now it's like movies everywhere, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! It was like, thank God, back in the day, like I was smart enough to like sort of try to link all these things together, because now they're all finally like 12 to 15 years later coming together.
Yeah, I know. I have the same problems. Remembering my Facebook password from my Pornhub password. It's a difficult process.
Man.
God.
Anyway, that cast of the Hulk Hogan movie, guys. We were talking about this last week, and it's weird. It's like I want to see it, but I don't want to see it, but I want to see it. Like it's weird. It's like but it's Hogan. Like you have to see what they want to do and who's going to play the other counterparts. And you mentioned some good names last week. I think somebody said Terry Crews for Zeus.
Yeah.
But,
I love it.
But come on, we've had a whole week now. Let's talk about some characters. Now, I just did like a Google search for like comedians' faces because I want to see faces while I'm thinking about it, and like it's just I'm looking at a whole array of people right now. So, what about you guys? Who did you cast? Maybe we could talk about some of I don't know who we think should be in this movie with Thor.
With Thor, all right, I got an oddball, and it's probably blasphemy, but for Roddy Piper. For some reason, I think David Arquette would be really good at it. I don't know why.
I just think
that I could see him.
The crazy voice, the crazy.
Yeah, to be getting his mannerisms down. I could see that.
Ready to rumble like him, crazy yelling. I love it.
That's why it's blasphemous, because there's no reason he should have ever been in WCW or a wrestling movie. But now that he's actually put in some work and maybe he's been on the indies for a little while, I could just see him doing Roddy justice. I don't know. Who else we
got? I just want to say one character, and it's going to sound like an oddball one, but you have to picture him getting into this character, growing the beard, growing the facial hair, wearing the stuff. Maybe 10 years ago a little bit, but still I would want Jim Carrey to play the Macho Man. Now, come on, think about it. He did Andy...
What? Wow.
Jim Carrey is... You got to think about it. Think about the stuff he's done.
Who's like jacked.
Well, just think about the stuff he's done for the like how he can get into a character. I could just see him portraying the Macho Man like the Macho Man. You know what I mean? How he was crazy man. Like I want to see Macho Man by Jim Carrey. It's an oddball pick, but I want to see it. I don't know.
I think you know what? I think all the steroids that it would take for him to get into like shape would like officially put him over the edge mentally.
Well, think about CG. Give him a CG Macho Man body.
CGI Jim Carrey Macho Man. There you go.
And just see his head. Anyway, I don't know. I want to see Jim Carrey as the Macho Man.
I got a Macho Man for you.
Okay.
You guys might not know who this guy is. You might have to Google him. And I'm going to probably slaughter his last name. But for my Macho Man, I'm going to cast one guy, Joe Manganiello.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you're talking about the guy who was on True Blood.
Yes, that guy. He was in Magic Mike with Kevin Nash.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I saw a video of him doing a Macho Man impression, and it was actually pretty good.
He was supposed to be cast as Deathstroke in the Batman, too.
Yes, yeah, he was. I have my Iron Sheik. I casted Rusev.
Really?
Iron Sheik. Yeah. I like the use of real wrestlers portraying legends.
I want it to be realistic too. I mean, yeah, you can get an actor in there and they could be an amazing actor and pull it off, but I feel like you got to put some actual like guys in there who have been a part of the business, not someone who's learning the business. So I look at the Iron Sheik and then I look at Rusev and shave Rusev's head and I guarantee you that guy will be an amazing Iron Sheik. Now, this is pre-fuck you in the ass and make you humble days. We're not going to see all that.
We're not going to get to see the Iron Sheik on Twitter or slapping B. Brian Blair at a roast.
No, we're not going to get to see all that stuff. Maybe they'll make an Iron Sheik movie spinoff. Who knows? Then we'll get to see all that. But until then, we're not going to get the I'll make you humble shit. But I think Rusev will be a good one. Roddy Piper, I'm going back to the business again. And you want to know something? I look at Piper, and then I look at Dean Ambrose as a guy who might be able to pull off the Piper. Those are my guys. The obvious ones. I mean,
I did cast his wife.
Well, whose wife? Hogan's wife?
Hogan's wife, yes.
Who do you have?
The Catch Me Outside chick from Dr. Phil.
How about that? Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Nothing like his wife.
Yeah, exactly. But we need some to suspend a little bit of disbelief. I mean, come on, bro. You imagine he's dropping the leg drop on that bitch and she's like, "Catch me outside." How about that?
Anyway, so yeah, I saw this on Twitter. Somebody brought this up, and I'm going to bring it to you guys' attention. But for the part of Miss Elizabeth, you could cast Brie Larson.
Oh, come on.
You can. Captain Marvel.
I can see the face.
Captain Marvel, dye the hair. You can I saw it on Twitter, and I actually looked at it and envisioned it, and I think she could play off a good Miss Elizabeth. This is pre-OD days.
Pre-Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Too soon. Too soon.
Man, well, some of the biggest guys. I mean, you have what? How about Warrior? Anybody pick Warrior? Anybody who could play Warrior?
That was tough for me. Because, I said last week,
how far into his career are they actually going to go?
I think it's the rise, how he became into wrestling, and then for the rise of Hulkamania kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they're gonna stick to the key components of what made Hulkamania. The Warrior is a big part of it, because of the feud they had. Because the Warrior was supposed to be that next guy to take over for Hogan.
I think that's kind of. If I'm guessing. I'm saying Hogan versus Andre is the climax in the end of the movie.
No, I think they got to go further than that.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
I mean, I understand that, but I think they got to go to when he basically the court trial when he testified against Vince.
You're not going to get any of that, bro.
You're going to get that, yeah.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
You're not going to get the sex tape stuff, but you're going to get that because that was a big deal.
Here's the question: does WWE have anything to do with this movie?
It's Netflix.
It's
Netflix. Then guess what, bro? I don't know. Then it's more likely that it'll happen. If WWE had some involvement in it, I don't see it happening. I don't know.
I don't think the WWE would even care. That was in 1994, and that's something that they won. I think if anything, that'd be a way that WWE can gloat because they beat the government.
Well, if we're going by that model, then Chris Benoit should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that was only 10 years ago that he killed his family.
And I think Chris Benoit should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's a different story for a different day.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
So wait, did you say who do you think would play a good Warrior?
It was tough for me to think about that, man, because as I was saying, like I said last week, when you play the Ultimate Warrior, I mean, you really have to dig deep, like Heath Ledger Joker type. But yeah, I can't think of a guy to play, an actual actor to play the Warrior. I just can't.
What about Ryback?
Ryback is dumb as fuck.
He's the Warrior. What the fuck? You ever see any? He's like.
You could that comment completely went over your head. By the way, that was remember the CM Punk podcast?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I've been digging through names. That's Warrior's pretty hard. I don't know. Maybe you have to use a wrestler for that, but who? Who has the charisma?
I saw someone on Twitter say John Cena.
As who?
The Warrior.
Oh,
I
God.
feel like he would play it in a it would come off like Forrest Gump like, to where
Couldn't take him seriously.
I know, like you can't play that, and you can't, what's that movie? You can't go full retard or whatever. What's that?
Tropic Thunder.
Thunder, yeah.
You can't go full warrior. Like do you go like? How do you get into that character? That's a good question. Maybe some of the people
Can't go full retard.
Maybe some of the listeners out there could let us know. We never plug it, so I want to just plug it real quick at the top. AnotherWrestlingPodcast.com. Follow it, like us, subscribe. All the links are on there. It's 2019. You should know how to use it. But guys, the road to WrestleMania is bringing out a strange road of returns that are happening before Mania, not the night after Mania. Let's get into a little bit just about the biggest return, and I don't want to get too much into it, but Roman Reigns came out. We talked a little bit about this last week. I don't want to get even more into it. I do want to say my own personal view of this, and then maybe you guys can tell me to shut up, and we'll just move on. But Roman Reigns returns. It says his leukemia is in remission. Okay, congratulations. That's great. The guy beat it.
You sound so insincere. I love it.
No, it's congratulations. It's a great feat. But my problem
Congratulations, you're not dead. There you go. Cool story, bro.
I have nothing negative to say about it. Only positive. But
let me ask you a question, Credo. Did his leukemia make the list of Credo?
No, his leukemia. we definitely are that variety show. We have a lot of variety of ways you can hate us in a week. No, but his it's not what he had or that he had it. It's how I think it was portrayed on TV. Because for me, as a TV viewer, I feel like they treated it as like next season on, whatever. And then it was season 1 now, and he already came back from the, kind of thing. It just seems so fast in the TV world. Granted, we know it could be 20 million different, I don't know, how many types of cancer. He could have had a different kind of it. What kind of, how bad was it? How weak was it? Whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how, like, we saw him on TV where the kind of speech he gave was, I'm retiring kind of a speech, but I'm going to be back just to give us hope kind of thing. I mean, cancer is serious, but he left, and it didn't seem like he was even gone that long. And then it's like, hey, I'm back, it's in remission. It just seemed like going into another season of a show. The way they portrayed it on TV, not that it was real or fake or whatever, just seemed like, wow, he had it, but it like they didn't really go into it like he was sick for years, or it was just like I have it, I'm leaving, and now I don't have it, and it was just, I don't know, the TV part just is weird. The whole story, not saying it's fake, it's just too fast.
Boy, you're really worried about fucking trying to go too far last week. Damn.
But
listen, I'm
reading it. I'm
lying. No, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I'm happy that he's healthy.
Yes.
I'm glad he has his health. I hate to see anybody get sick for any reason, especially on that level. However, I'm not going to be the guy who says you can't boo a guy with cancer. I'm not doing it.
I know.
I didn't like him as a wrestler pre-leukemia. Why am I going to like him? I'm not going to fall into Vince's trap.
Yeah,
I really feel like
I like that. It's a good
anybody
explanation.
else. Like, didn't Zack Ryder have cancer?
Yes.
Why didn't we hear about that?
Yeah.
Because I really that's why I'm so pissed off about it. Zack Ryder had cancer. No mention of it on WWE television ever, and that pisses me off because you're using cancer to get the guy that you want to be the face of your company over. Fucking say whatever you want about me, that I'm a piece of shit. But you know what? Facts are facts. If they really cared about their superstars getting over and like this was like a legit thing, I really feel like, hell, you would have done something for Zack Ryder.
No, that's a good point
And
of view,
that's somebody
too.
who's been with your company near a fucking decade, if not longer. So fuck this bullshit. I'm not falling into Vince's trap.
Mike Rokai, that's a great explanation. I rambled on a little bit too long, but it's like, I agree 100%. Like, people who hate him, I'm not just like, yes, congratulations, you beat it. It has nothing to do with that. I still don't like you. I don't like your character. I don't like, I do not like you. No matter whatever happens to you, I don't like you. Like, so there's all tons of people that people through the years just don't like, right? So it's
exactly, and they got us all on the hook. They got all those people on the hook, Credo. The question is, how long are they going to wait to cram him down our throats in the title picture again? Because that's what's going to really open people's eyes. They really have to build him up. You know what? If they're smart, they job him out for the first 3 months that he's back on television. They should. Because it'll be believable. They would be like, damn, man, is his career over? Does he still have it? Was the cancer too much for him? That's how you build him back up. Not this, guess what? The big dog is back
I know.
to reclaim his yard. Fuck you. No. Boo. I can hear the boos right now coming from New York, bro.
Mike, I don't think we could even top that. I mean, what you said is 100%, I think, the feeling for a lot of people, and that's a great way of putting it. I mean,
and I'm the only one with the fucking dick and balls big enough to say it out loud. Fuck that.
I love it. That's why he's on the show, guys. He gets to say, he's the social assassin to say it so that we don't have to say it. It's a good point, man, because now it's like, now fast forward a week, fast forward 2 weeks, fast forward Mania, fast forward after Mania. You can only say he's beat leukemia. Like, we can't fucking beat this dead horse every fucking week. Like, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Like, don't stop saying it every week. Like,
come on, they'll stop bringing it up after about a month. The same way that the person who has to walk around with that fucking Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy does.
But
that's how long leukemia will last on WWE television.
Now, what happens if the boos start coming fast? Like, we just go back to booing him, and Vince is like, "Ah, like, talk about the leukemia." Like,
I'm
what
telling
do you do?
You right now, bro. If they have him like be this unbeatable character, and he doesn't fucking get a nice slow build back into the title picture, the fans' eyes are going to open up and they will start booing again. They really have to be really smart how this goes, how they book him and what they do. Otherwise, you're doomed to repeat history.
I'll tell you this right now. WWE being a publicly traded company, I don't think that they're going to make this up. I don't think it's a work. And that I think that if it is a work, they are fucking idiots, because that shit will eventually come back to haunt them. And not for nothing, like, we joked and stuff like that. But in all reality, all jokes aside, if this was a work, which I don't think it is.
I don't think so either.
If it was a work, then I think it's time that I change the channel, because that right there just is disgusting. And I say this with all seriousness because just a couple days ago, I watched a friend break down because their father passed away from brain cancer. Oh. So it's a serious fucking thing. So I really hope that he did beat cancer. And I really hope that this is legit. And I just hope that they're not pulling a swerve on us just to get us to be a fan of the big dog. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to take my fan card away from the WWE if this is all a work. If this is a ploy for me to buy into Roman Reigns, then you know what? I will sit down and I will wait for AEW to have a television deal.
Oh, God, you're going to be waiting a long time.
But I'm being serious right now.
No, okay,
I'm being serious. I will sit down and I will wait for AEW to have a television deal and all that stuff. I will sell my WrestleMania tickets. Like, it's a disgusting act. I'm hoping, and I'm praying. And I'm happy. I don't like Roman, but I don't hate him. Okay, I'm not a fan of Roman, but he does put on some good matches every now and then when you put him in there with a good guy.
The second he was in that ring at the end of Raw, doing 5 or 6 Superman punches in a row, I was like, I can't believe that the people who are cheering are falling for this. Listen, I don't think it was a work. I don't think he didn't not have cancer. I really feel like, he was sick. They had him drop the belt, and it was sad, but it was good television. And I think Vince saw that, and it's like, look, we can actually use this for him to come back. And
it was good television. It was good television because the next day he was on Good Morning America, and you know how much the WWE is like a whore for getting that type of social or media attention.
Yeah, it's like he had. We're not knocking it, but it's like he had to have something that wasn't as severe as others. Let's put it that way, right? At 5 months, still has his hair. Granted, not everybody loses their hair, I know, but it just the way he was presented on TV at the end of the day seemed really fast. They could have milked this till I would have been fine with it probably if it was after Mania. Like, oh, okay, that would have been a good surprise, right? But like to rush it back before Mania, and he even did a movie in between this time. It wasn't like he was home or in the hospital for 5 months straight. So it's just the way for me it was presented on TV at the end of the day just seemed weird. Anyway, Mike, get us out of this Roman stage. And did you see a good movie this weekend? Because we need to talk about something else.
I did, actually. I saw Fighting with My Family. I decided that I just wanted to go see this movie. I went by myself, and I went to go sit down and watch this movie.
Shocker.
And the
Oh,
theater was
Mike, we would
packed.
have went.
Shocker. Yeah.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go with anybody. I wanted to actually. I'm not going to take a female to go see a professional wrestling movie.
He's not gonna go with me because he knows I'm just gonna make jokes the whole time.
That I
Who's
actually
playing
wanted to-
Xavier Woods?
Yeah.
Who's
I
playing?
wanted-
Oh my God, who is that? Who's playing? Who's the other guy? Brad Maddox?
Mad
Who's
Braddock.
Brad Maddox?
Yeah, I wanted to actually sit down and watch the movie and not, wait on other people. And I just wanted to watch it. And I thought it was a great movie. I think it was one of or the only movie that the WWE put out that was actually very good. My only issue with the movie was the fact that The Rock inserted himself in a lot of scenes where we know damn well in real life he had nothing to do with. I mean, this isn't a fucking spoiler alert, but the fucking movie opens up with The Rock. Like, come on, man. Like, really? Like,
Did he
was
wrestle
not
in it
the
or
reason-
no?
He came in, so beginning was, highlights from the Attitude Era. And of course, the first thing you hear is, if you smell, and The Rock and all that shit. And then he was, we know damn well The Rock isn't going to fucking London with the WWE, okay? Okay, let's just put that out there. In the movie, he's in London traveling with the WWE. Weird shit, I know. And then apparently he's one of the reasons why Paige, got the title shot the next night on Raw after WrestleMania 30, allegedly. But other than that, the movie was really good. I was more invested into her brother's story than her story, to be honest with you. All right.
Well, Mike, okay. I was going to say real quick, tell me, what's odd about this is that I feel like Paige could have played herself. She's young still, you know what I mean? Like, granted, it hasn't been like 20 years. It's been, like 5 years, 6 years. It hasn't been that long, right? So, couldn't Paige played herself like that? Why use an actress?
I don't know. I thought it came off better with an actress. I didn't want to see the real actors in there doing it. I thought the movie was great. Like, if you guys go see the movie, you're gonna get more invested into her brother's story than her story.
And I've been trying to follow him on social media too, see what he's doing. He hasn't really wrestled.
Fucking ring rats in the streets of London, that's where. God damn it. Fuck.
I'm Paige's brother.
That's right. I'm gonna get you on film. That's
Well,
right.
I guess
I will say this though, guys. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 91%.
Wow.
That means I'm not gonna see it then.
It was actually good.
I don't believe anything that critics say because they shit on everything.
Critics.
That's good.
Well, the critics gave it a 93, and the actual customers gave it a 91.
Well, I'm surprised because usually I've even heard from somebody I work with that saw it, that did a review on it too, and they enjoyed it, and they're not even a wrestling fan. So I haven't seen it. So
I think it's one of those movies you can take someone to that isn't a wrestling fan.
yeah,
You can.
and that's what's cool. That's what's cool about it is that sometimes these kind of movies don't get embraced that much by the critics, and for it to get embraced, it's pretty good.
I'm sorry. And one more thing about the movie. Vince Vaughn. Okay.
Finding his way back from
I don't know what it was. I mean, he was good, but being a professional wrestling fan, I can't picture Vince Vaughn
As a trainer.
Trainer at the performance as the head trainer Every time I saw Vince Vaughn on
You're
screen,
like dodgeball or something.
I kept thinking of Wedding Crashers.
There you go.
Did you motorboat? You
With a
motorboat,
couples retreat.
That's all I thought about. That's not
It's the
knocking
second
it.
solo that separates the men from the boys.
I thought he was good though. He was good.
I love this. Maybe we could do our own little movie review section of AWP. I love it. Talk about some movies.
Can I?
Yep.
I would like to review No Holds Barred next week.
There you go. We could just do an episode where we watch No Holds Barred together and just commentate the whole damn thing. It'd be great. Well,
You want to do a watch along? Oh, okay.
What's a watch along together? It's like a circle jerk, but with video. I don't know. Cooter. Cooter, man, we're talking about the returns, though. Roman came back. How about the shocker? I did not think he'd be coming back anytime soon, at least after Mania. Kevin Owens returned on SmackDown, and he replaced Kofi Kingston. That had to upset the community of wrestling fans.
Man. Dude, somebody stop. Oh, God. I thank God I don't follow Reverend Al Sharpton on Twitter, because I'm sure he's out there calling Vince McMahon a racist. But meanwhile, you know what? I'm really okay with this, and I had a feeling it was going to happen. Just because, like, the last 2 weeks, they had Kevin Owens doing videos on, I'll be back soon, and he's, like, hanging out with his family. That's pretty much a sure sign that, he's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Even though he said he's like, I'm like a month away. I'm like, yeah, that probably means you're coming back sooner. So fuck that shit. There's a lot of people coming back, and it makes me wonder why the fuck certain other people aren't coming back. Like,
it's happening fast though too, because usually this kind of thing, there's not too many surprises going into Mania. It's either a surprise at Mania or after Mania, the night after Raw. So
yeah, it's comebacks. It's fucking.
They're really shaking it up.
Yep. The call-ups and the comebacks are happening before WrestleMania. Somebody tell me, where the fuck is Bray Wyatt?
Another one. Where the fuck is he exactly?
Fuck is the other Bludgeon brother? We got the upside down Sheamus walking with Daniel Bryan, but the one who wasn't hurt isn't fucking back.
Yeah, I think he's still out with his shoulder injury. He hasn't been cleared yet, but crazy, man.
It's Thursday. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
Don't you follow him on Twitter?
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
We talked about we said it. Well, how about this though, Kofi? Okay, so Kofi gets replaced by KO. What are they doing for the WWE Championship for WrestleMania? Is it going to be a one-on-one match, or is it going to be like another fucking 5-on-5 match or something? To where now you have Kevin Owens. What do you do with him? What do you do with AJ Styles? What do you like? There's such like a handful of people that I would have thought they would have had a clearer picture for Mania by now, and it's Fastlane. We don't know anything till after.
There's usually at least one ladder match on the card. I mean, come on, bro.
Think they'll do that with the WWE Championship this year?
You know what? That would be cool.
They haven't done anything. It's always been like the IC, maybe the US or something, but never the WWE Championship.
You're guaranteed a one-on-one with Lesnar and fucking. Well, you never know. They might turn that into a triple threat now that Roman's back. But I know I'm speaking blasphemy, but you know what? That would be cool. And you know what's funny is that now that like Daniel Bryan is actually back. I'm thinking about a few years ago when me and Mike were doing fucking our little YouTube thing, and we were talking about dream matches and how I would love to see like a ladder match for whatever title it was. But I remember AJ Styles being in it with like a Daniel Bryan, and fucking I want to say that Kevin Owens was in there. Like there were a bunch of people who were like that you would never think would be on the same roster, let alone the same company, and now it's actually here, and Daniel Bryan's back, and I'm like, oh shit, like some of these dream matches could possibly happen. To throw this amount of talent, I mean, we got a 10-hour show to fill, so I don't think we're gonna waste it all on a ladder match, especially the top guys, but I think it would make an amazing match, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And it's just, I feel like there's so many names now on SmackDown that almost like the Elimination Chamber match is great. Even Mustafa Ali hasn't really had a chance to shine, but the whole thing with Kofi, man, that after that Elimination Chamber and he got that crowd behind him to kind of pull him away from this match now after about the contract signing, does this lead to the tunnel of Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania 35?
It has to. I think they didn't want to waste that big of a crowd reaction build up Kofi a little bit more as that fan favorite. I think it's very, very well done, especially where on SmackDown you had Kevin Owens and fucking Kofi teaming together, and I'm just waiting. Because I know that heel turn's coming. Well, I know it's coming, and it's like, dude, don't drag it out too long. It's within a week or two, you're gonna see fucking Kevin Owens turning heel and fucking somebody over.
No, definitely. And how about the fact that, I mean, everybody's always talking about the next all black, whatever black WWE champion. Everybody's like, when's the last time you had that? The Rock?
We've never had a black WWE champion.
Exactly. And it's like, you go back to Ron Simmons being the first one for WCW, kind of, but they never, at one point you almost thought Bobby Lashley would have had it when he was with Lesnar that time, but then he left. And then, they didn't really have anybody fill that spot. You had Kofi, then you have a few of these other guys, but there's no top black guy, you know what I mean? Not since probably, a Booker T kind of thing, and even
he never won the WWE title.
Now, okay.
Any African-American who's ever won a top championship in WWE, it's always been the World Heavyweight title. Your Bobby Lashley's, even Mark Henry, he never won the WWE title. Oh. He won the World Heavyweight title.
That's some good.
Booker T. I mean, these are all people that should have or could have been the face of your company, but they're African American. We can't push them.
That's what's going to be interesting. And then you have Kofi though. Kofi fills that spot maybe for his little tenure being there. 11 years?
Oh, this guy deserves at least.
But do you break up the New Day if Kofi's your champion then? Does he go solo, or send the New Day, or just keep him as the New Day and he's the champion?
Hey, I wonder if they could use the Freebird rule with the WWE title, so you don't know which one of the three you're going to face for the WWE title. That would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious, but I think it'd also take away from the whole prestige kind of thing. It's too prestigious of a title, I think, to do that.
Oh yeah, because a fake title for a fake sport is real prestigious. Fuck off,
It's still real to me, damn it.
I just see Mike Colon over there shaking his head. Say it. Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm seeing developing tweets between Ronda and Becky, and I'm just waiting because shit just got real as we're talking right now.
Well, what happened?
You want to get into it now?
Yeah. Breaking news.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, there's been some tweets going back and forth between Ronda and Becky, and it has been entertaining me all day. We all saw the shit talking back and forth with them, and then Ronda posted. Do you have that tweet? Ronda posted something about the F word and all this stuff.
I actually found the original tweet because the original tweet that was being mentioned, it was actually a comment from Ronda.
Okay, read that.
All right,
and then
so
explain
Ronda,
it.
You go back and get the belt because I didn't come this far to collect it from Stephanie. I came all this way to take it from you. And then Ronda went back at her and said, "That's what I'm trying to do, dumbass. You hobbling around trying to be a ginger crutch ninja and taking fake prison photos in the hallway isn't helping." That's why she said that's the F word that she's talking about.
Okay. So they're going back and forth, and they were going about the arm bar and how Ronda said that Becky's arm bar looks fake, and it looks like she has a dick in between her legs. And what does Becky do? Becky replies back with a picture of Ronda's husband, Travis Brown. On that.
I saw that too.
Okay, that was hilarious. Now, Ronda has rebutted. And let me read this, okay? It says...
Is this Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter. It says Rebecca Quinn. She's calling her by her real fucking name. Not her... she's calling her by her shoot name. Rebecca Quinn. I don't care what the script says. I'm beating the living shit out of you next time I see you.
Oh, this is awesome.
And then Becky replies back. Becky's got some fucking balls. Okay, because Ronda's will beat the living shit out of her. And we all know how emotional Ronda can get. So Becky replies back, Ron, you still mad, bro? Just checking because you went full Russo earlier. Wanted to make sure you're okay.
Oh, man.
Full Russo?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Russo. I don't get the reference.
You know what? Ronda's going to shoot on her. Like, she's really going to shoot on Becky because we know how emotional Ronda gets, and she's very sensitive when people poke at Travis Brown.
What are you reading this on, Twitter?
Twitter.
I don't see it on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Ronda Rousey's. The last thing I see is from 6 hours ago.
Go to Ronda's.
I see it. Yeah.
Replies.
Oh, tweets and replies. Okay.
Tweets and replies.
Anyway.
Oh, man, she's fucking pissed.
Yeah, she called her by her shoot name, and she says she's going to beat the living shit out of her the next time she's here. The WWE marketing team, they must be going fucking crazy right now.
They're in panic mode.
This is not only that, but you got to remember, this is a PG product. This is a PG product, and you have one of your top superstars, the person who's the face of your company right now, saying the word dick. I'm going to beat the living shit out of you. Like,
yeah, but you know what?
That's a word.
Your husband's face on a penis.
That's even
on an arm.
It's almost like you can get away with this, though, because it's not happening on TV. And this is the new thing, man. Maybe this is how they're sucking us back in with...
So people wonder why I'm not on Twitter. This is exactly why. Someone's going to get in some serious shit, bro.
Just imagine, I would love to be like somebody backstage or a fly on the wall when Ronda and Becky are under the same roof backstage. I wonder if they have to have a mediation session, that just kind of like... remind Ronda that this is, just trying to promote their match and don't take it personal.
Can we do something here?
What's up?
Mike, you are Vince McMahon calling Ronda Rousey, trying to calm her down.
Oh, Jesus.
And then you call Becky and tell her to cut the shit. So Ronda's first.
Ronda. You gotta remember. This is scripted. She doesn't really mean your husband's a dick. She's saying your husband's a dick just to get the match over. You understand? That's sports entertainment. She's an entertainer, not an ass kicker. Don't hurt her.
All right, now call Becky.
I love it.
It's either that or... Jesus fucking Christ, you realize what you're doing? You're going to get us both killed.
Oh, man.
That shit was fucking funny.
I love it. It's hilarious. Think about it, man. Okay, yeah, they're saying some crazy shit, but at the same time, it's not on TV. It's social media, right? This is just on the Twitter, right? So it's not like they're doing... Twitter's like a whole different machine for this now, because if they use social media within these storylines to where they're not going to say what happened on TV, but it's like it's adding us into their world, but it's making it more into their fantasy world, right? I don't know, man. It's weird.
They will, like, if there's tweets out there that they don't approve of, they don't like, they will tell you to delete them.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they are a PG product. And then since we're on the topic of Ronda, I'm going off a little bit. Did you guys see that video that Lana put out there about her being salty because she got taken off of Total Divas and replaced by Ronda Rousey?
I did,
I'll tell you, son, that's the most personality I've ever seen from Lana. I mean, a lot of people were shitting on that. I actually liked it. I actually really liked it.
It was real. It was real.
Ronda's actually going to do...
And she's replacing Lana, and Lana is pissed.
Because that's a big paycheck.
It is a big paycheck.
And you know what's funny? I wouldn't... For somebody like Ronda who just seems so private, that surprised me that she's going to be on there. I mean, you got girls like Becky, Bailey. All the horsewomen will not do that show. Charlotte is not on that show. Sasha is not on that show. They don't give a fuck.
Bellas are leaving too next season, I think they said, right?
Yeah, they got their own show, Total Bellas.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to see people like Charlotte. I don't want to see every diva or every women wrestler be on there.
I stopped watching when Nia Jax was on it. I'm like, I'm not watching the fucking show about dudes. Fuck this. I'm on to the next one.
And here's a side note. I'm watching Trading Places right now, and Jamie Lee Curtis has some really nice tits.
Dude, Philadelphia, my man. I can give you the tour of Trading Places. Wait, is that what you said? Trading Places?
Yes.
Yes, Trading
And
Places. It was
Jamie
shot
Lee
like right down
Curtis-
where my dorm was. I love it.
Jamie Lee Curtis was just on my screen topless. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis back in the day had some really nice tits. That's all I want to say. Back to the subject.
I'll tell you right now.
Random.
Anybody invites us down to Philadelphia, I'll give them the Philadelphia movie tour. I lived in Center City for 3 years of my life for college, so I can bring you down there, give you the tour of everything.
Oh, can we go see the Rocky statue like a tourist?
Of course we can. We can even run to it if you want. It used to be at the top of the steps at the art museum. They moved it to the bottom now.
Why do I want to go to a city where they worship a fictional character? remember what Bill Burr said?
Oh my God!
You got a fictional
Opie
character.
Anthony show?
No, it wasn't an Opie Anthony show. It was that.
It was a stand-up
No, it
comedy
wasn't.
show from Opie and Anthony.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I thought you meant the actual show. It was that one show they did in Philly where he just ran it, like just fucking buried Philly for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And that one was Joe Frazier comment. And he said, "You have a midget Italian guy who's a fictional character as a statue, and you had a real world champion, and you don't even worship." Because I'm not gonna say it, but you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Well, back to the returns. I mean, we've had so many this week. How about Batista, Mike, with another movie star coming back, ruining Flair's birthday, dragging him out, choking the guy at his 70th birthday.
I loved it.
It's great. And now people are saying like Batista's the heel. Obviously, you're not going to drag out Ric Flair. How much of a heel could you get besides beating up Ric Flair on his 70th birthday?
My only issue with it was the fact that, I can't buy into Triple H as a babyface anymore. I just can't. I can't take it seriously. I don't know why. I think I'm just spoiled with him on the main roster being the bad guy. But other than that, I loved it because I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming. And that's what I love when I don't see it coming. And I got to say, Bruce Pritchard, first day on the job, and we have unexpected shit like that. I love it.
Yeah, man.
That was a great episode of Raw. It was just the way, like, how they cut to the back, and he was dragging the cameraman, and you're trying to make out who's dragging this guy.
Yes.
It was just perfect. And I was reading on Twitter that a lot of people that went to that show were pissed off because they were like the whole Ric Flair 70th birthday party was being promoted for like a month, and a lot of people went there just to see Ric Flair. Like, people were talking about how they got their grandfather, who was a huge Ric Flair fan, to come out to see Rick. Their families went out there to see him, and they didn't fucking bring out Ric Flair. And people were pissed. They're like, "Oh, they used this just to move a storyline." Of course, it's fucking pro wrestling.
God, what part of there's three things that never go well on fucking WWE television?
Weddings.
Don't you understand? Weddings, birthdays, and holidays.
Yes.
Oh man, that's it.
I just saw that, and there was, and then I forgot who put this out there. It wasn't Mike Johnson. It was another one of the dirt sheet writers that said, well, maybe they should have sent Rick out there once, as a dark segment when Raw went off the air. Why? The dude just got knocked the fuck out by Batista. We're not gonna break kayfabe. I would be more mad if they did that.
Yeah, wheel them out on the stretcher in front of the crowd so they got their money's worth. Fuck off. Stupid.
He should have went out there and at least sold a little bit, but at least greeted the fans. No! He got the shit kicked out of him. Stay in character.
Man.
Oh, God. And
I love
Mike,
Batista.
this is even worse. Batista returning was okay. But why is Matt Hardy back?
I gotta say though, he does look like he's in really good shape.
Oh,
Like,
so is that what happened? Is that why he was out? He got liposuction?
No, I don't know why he was out. There's so many reasons why. A lot of injuries, nagging injuries that he needed time off. But that time off, he got in some really good shape, man, because he lost a lot of weight. He looks ripped, and I haven't seen Hardy like that since when, like fucking Attitude Era. I mean, you look good, but I mean, honestly, like, what is going on with this? Like, what are we doing with this now? Is that just a one-off because they were in Charlotte, or was it? No, I'm sorry, North or South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever they're from. They were in their hometown. They're in their state. And I wonder if this was a one-off, or are we going somewhere with this? Because I'm kind of like, I love the Hardys for what they did. Best matches they had with TLC matches, all that was great. But do I want to see another run with them? No, I'm over it. I am.
I am too, and it's what bothers me is that if it's not a one-off, Matt Hardy is injured, and he gets to come back. But somebody like Bray Wyatt, who was his partner, doesn't get to come back. But the upside down Sheamus does. What about his partner?
I think he is still trying to get medically cleared.
What the fuck? So are we gonna bring
has
these two? I guarantee you they'll be the returns after Mania, and these are guys that I almost feel like you could really do something with. I don't know.
You can't really do anything with them if they're not medically cleared, though.
Oh,
like Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy was medically cleared.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy for you. You know what? Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee, I could see them really disgruntled.
I could imagine.
Disgruntled. I bet you we see them on AEW's fucking premiere television show.
Well, they got to get out of their contracts first.
I'm just being a dick, Mike.
But
really?
But Bray Wyatt is a guy that I don't even think he's injured anymore. I think he had maybe something, but he got cleared back in like October. He hasn't been on TV since August. I read that.
I know.
He hasn't been on TV. And I don't know if they even know what they want to do with him. And you want to know something? And I'm going to say this. I love Bray Wyatt. I love the character. But if you don't have anything good for him, maybe it's best you don't put him on TV until you do. Because I don't want to see, like, you know, something that's going to be a throwaway. I don't want to see him being Sister Abigail again and coming out in drag that we almost saw. I don't want to see that stuff. I want to see something good.
What was the goddamn disease that killed that card and we got Kurt Angle?
Meningitis.
Meningitis, yes. The dreaded meningitis card.
Yeah. But I don't want to see him unless you're going to give me something good.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in a tag with your boy Brody Lee.
I would be okay with that if they reunited the Wyatts.
No, they can keep the upside down Sheamus with Daniel Bryan. I'm done with that motherfucker. I don't. It's bad enough I have to see him on TV. I think he kills that gimmick, and every time he gets hurt, that gimmick goes and disappears. It gets me so frustrated where somebody like Bray Wyatt doesn't get to be on TV because they got nothing for him, and the guys that we would put him with are hurt.
Well, that was Rowan. He is the weak link of that group where he's good when he's with them.
No, he's not.
No, he is like not like, you know, the prominent, like the standout star, but he does mesh with them because he becomes part of the tag team. But then when you put him out separately, he flops.
Oh, you kidding me? You could put anybody in a group and they can protect how he looks.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah, but you're saying
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're saying exactly what I'm saying.
You could put anybody in that spot.
Then
you could put the fucking Yeti in that spot and it would get over. Are you fucking kidding me?
Then why are you yelling? You said exactly what I said.
Well, what about Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan's little fucking vegan whatever kind of clique? Do they kind of reform the Wyatts, but they're not the Wyatts? You know, they're like, could you see Daniel Bryan either hanging out with Bray Wyatt and, you know, that little thing, or would you see him maybe doing his old I don't know, what do you call it, paranormal character with like an Aleister Black kind of stable thing?
No, keep Black away from everybody. Don't even mention that name in this conversation right now.
Someone's going to hear it, and the idea is already on the way.
I don't even want to hear Aleister Black talk. I don't. He talks like this.
He's the new
He didn't bother me. The fact that he kept it short and sweet backstage, that didn't bother me. But now that you say it, I would love to see those two in a one-on-one. I think it would be a great match.
But if you're going to name the stable with Daniel Bryan, fuck it, man. Just call them the Planeteers. Captain Planet and the Planeteers, man.
Could you imagine fucking Aleister Black going for Black Mass on Bray Wyatt, and he just like leans back and does that fucking crab walk? That spot. That would be a cool spot.
You know what? This is what I want. I'm booking right now. Got pen and paper. Write down. I'm a booker. I'm gonna fucking take Aleister Black, and I'm going to book him strong for a good month, like I said last week. No words, no nothing. He comes out, beats the shit out of dudes, and then goes back to the back room. That's it. That's all I want to see. And then you have Bray Wyatt return. And then you have those two have a stare down. There's your WrestleMania match right there.
Special guest referee James Ellsworth.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm being serious right now.
Cut the
I'm
man's
booking
mic.
this. Bray Wyatt, Aleister Black, WrestleMania.
That'd be good.
Isn't that what I just said like a minute ago?
Did you?
Cool story, bro. Yeah, really.
Well, you said they'd be a good match, but I'm booking the feud.
Oh, great.
Called it.
Wow. You booked Aleister Black squashing people for a month, and then, a stare down. Wow.
The first guy to
Bray
beat him
Wyatt
could be a Bray Wyatt.
Wow, here we go. Dude, you know what? Fire Bruce Pritchard right now and put Minority Mike on the fucking booking staff. That's it, bro.
Better than what you would come up with.
Oh, I bet it isn't.
Well, how about the hallowed grounds of the Hall of Fame now has the Honky Tonk Man a part of him. He's going to the Hall of Fame, boys. The Honky Tonk Man.
And he's going. He doesn't have any other obligations that's going to pay more that we know of.
He's not booked.
Because if that comes up, then you can forget about this Hall of Fame induction.
Going to AEW, Honky Tonk Man. Into the Hall of Fame, guys. Got DX and the Honky Tonk Man.
He's going to the ROH show. That's why he's not going to show up. They're going to pay him more, so he's going to go to the Garden instead of the Hall of Fame show.
That'd be hilarious. But, I don't know. Well deserving. People have been saying it. We've said it like 2 weeks ago or now. Who else is going to go into it? And Honky Tonk Man was one of them. I don't know who else do you add into it, but I don't know. Well deserving. He definitely needs to be in there. He's still the longest reigning IC champ, right? No one's beat that record yet.
No one has.
So, I'm happy to see it.
You know what's funny? You're talking about. This is going to be very random. I know. But when we were talking about the Elimination Chamber with Kofi Kingston getting over on that crowd and you thought that there might be a chance, do you know what that made me think of?
What?
And we probably forgot that they've done something similar. Didn't Santino Marella get into an Elimination Chamber like that?
Yeah.
And he was like one of the last two.
Him and Daniel Bryan were the last two.
Yes. Right, that's who it was. That popped in my head the other day, and I'm like, holy fuck, they've done that before.
And you want to know something? He was also one of the final twos in the Royal Rumble.
Yes! And you thought he might win. Like, dude, Santino, and he looked good in that match.
Yeah.
They booked him, I was like, oh shit, he might actually win this.
Now he's got a professional wrestling and MMA school. Combo. Santino.
Who the fuck would pay that jabroni?
Obviously, he has a very good rapport, man. He's got a lot of top fighters out of that school.
He was a former guest of AWP. Check it out on the archives.
Santino Marella?
Santino was on the show.
Yeah, he's got
gonna make you go do your homework.
Least listened to show we've ever had.
AnotherWrestlingPodcast.com.
Oh, God, Credo.
Today's show is brought to you by
Mania Crawl is an annual event that coincides with the biggest pro wrestling show of the year. WrestleMania, bitches! Mania Crawl brings hundreds of wrestling fans from around the world together for one incredible bar crawl. The event is 100% free. For the fans, by the fans. And with one goal, raising money for Connor's Cure. This year, the event will be held in Hoboken, New Jersey, just 15 minutes away from MetLife Stadium. Mania Crawl will also offer a VIP package that includes a Mania Crawl shirt, koozie, and bus transportation to MetLife Stadium. So when you're all fucked up and you can't fucking drive there, they're going to get you there, bitches. But act quickly, as there's only 55 VIP tickets available for purchase. You can also purchase your Mania Crawl gear at maniacrawl.com. Stay updated by following @ManiaCrawl on Twitter and Instagram. Bitches.